Again, good evening. It is, what is today's date? It is, Jesus Christ, come on, phone. May 17th on a Sunday. Currently looking at a SPY chart weekly with our fib extensions. Well, actually retracement. I actually did a retracement, preferred the retracement. Very clean visual. Levels are all intact. We are actually battling one of the most important levels currently, which is 292.44 on the weekly chart. That's been a lot. There's been nothing but rejection there for the past 3 weeks. We closed inside last week with a nice bullish homing pigeon, which is pretty bullish on the weekly chart as well. It's nice inside. We had a inside week prior to that, not from here. Well, we had this green, and then we had inside week here. Then this one went outside. Then we went right back inside. So currently this week, we are battling between 278.01 and 292.44. It's the make or break. We get above purple bar. We know the target is always going to be the 30 SMA, which is 302.20, but that does change as price navigates from Monday through Friday. So that would either continue to channel sideways or come down about 300. We're looking at 304.13 and ES, that's about 30.42. That's still my target. I'm going to remain with that target. It's the whole idea is, and we went over this last week, 14 and 30 SMA. The idea is to test the 14, which we did here on this red candle. We rejected it, came back down, but we found support at 278, our blue bar. Then the next week we went outside and we found support inside of the 14 and the 30. Following week, which was last week, we came outside, tested 278. Well, that was like a glitch or whatever. Still made sense. It lined up with this level here. But we came down outside of the 14 SMA and outside of 278, and then vacuumed right back inside above the 14 SMA. Now, what happens usually here is the following week, which will be this week, we'll get back over 292.44 and even closer to the 30 SMA. The week after next, we should basically get above the 30 SMA, and that starts to act as a support. But currently, we are trading inside the 14 and the 30. So it's going to be some in-betweens right now. A close above 292.44 by Friday. Our target is 304 the following week. Simple navigation, nothing that is complicated to read. Here's our daily here. And I basically wanted to show something too in regards to that. The key levels, and which was interesting with that week that we had, I think it was Thursday, whatever that was, that actually lined up with these other three levels here. And then that also took us back to two dip levels that were basically, I don't know which one, what level is this? This is 272.43. So when we hit 272.90 something, whatever, I don't know what that was. When I was like, yo, what the heck was that? That was this level right here, this white bar going straight across, this price level right here going straight across. And if you guys look closely, this was bought. It was bought. And then see, it was bought again over here. We're buying it again. They're buying it again. 1, 2, 3 times they bought it over here. And then what happens? We got to see what they do here. Now, this is getting tricky, the 14 and 30 SMA. It's going to start curving. It's starting getting close. They're pinching it now. So the current setup right now, what we're looking at, and you're going to see it right here when I draw these lines. I'm going to draw it from here. Check this out. Where is it? So similar going up here. So we bounce off of this one, right? But look at the congestion between the 14 and the 30 in here. Price is trading inside that. It's a smaller, tighter range there. But this on the daily. And then check over here as well. Bounced off of it again. Now price is doing the exact same thing as doing here. Came back down, tested the 30. Bounced right off of it. Now next up is getting above, testing 292.44. We're going to get up there again. We're going to start finding 14 and 30 SMA as a support. on the way up to test 304. And we're gonna possibly, so what I'm expecting here is we're gonna get this happening. See, this was purple and it came down, right? So with the congestion we have on this side, I'm thinking we're gonna have something similar to that, but it's actually gonna go above because we have bigger ranges on this side. To your left, you have smaller ranges, so keep that in mind. To our right, we have a bigger range, so we have a bigger move, anticipated move to happen. So if we do bounce up, well, this will be somewhat of how it would like pan out. We want that 292.44 to hold and act as a support, and then possibly retest all-time highs. But we have to see how this 292.44 reacts. That's very important this week. It's a make or break for this week. Because when we get above 292.44, what happens? Price automatically goes to 304. As you can see in the past, we had rejection here, got above, found support, just hovered, tested a couple of times, came right back down, blue level, straight through purple, came back down, bounced off purple, mid-range of blue, and then just straight up till we had that humongous tank. So keep that in mind, okay? So that's our daily for SPY. SPY levels are going to be posted, and then just chart visuals. They will remain intraday. There will be intraday levels, but the daily level will always remain. So intraday levels will just be added extensions. Sorry, and we'll draw basically off of the H4 or the 30-minute or 15-minute. Nice flag too. Very beautiful flag. 14 is basically coursing back above the 30 here, so I like that. So let's get to Tesla. Can hold it. I don't know. I love this name. I love it. I love how it moves. I love how to play it. It's actually in my small account. It's in the compound account. It's not a challenge. It is a compound account. So I'm playing with expensive premiums because I'm better off taking $100 to $70 loss as opposed to buying 20 contracts of a premium that costs 20 cents and it drops down 5 to 10 cents and I'm taking even a bigger loss. So the smartest thing with these strategies and what's compounding is your loss has to be less than your gains, your winners, always. So the smartest thing for me to do was to play an expensive premium. I should have waited till Monday, but that's okay. I'm fine where I'm at. I see as if SPY is moving up 2 points. I see Tesla moving 20 points Monday, so that would be good. I mean, it had that inside day too. I'm actually want to clean this chart up. The chart looks disgusting. There was so much going on Friday for lottos. That Pepsi lotto was gorgeous. I couldn't even believe it myself. I was so in tune with Tesla, just making sure I had enough money invested in it over the weekend. So that was my main thing. Had a lot of things going on with this chart over here. Let me just clean everything up. How would we just do that? Just clear drawing set. Clear drawing set. There we go. Let's just do that. Perfect. I just fixed up my fib extensions. I mean retracements. Tweaked them a little bit today. You're gonna see a lot of things. That's on the low to high. See a high to low. I just want to see something real quick. Perfect. Even in reverse, you see what they're doing with price. They kept it above 771.80, targeting 828.14. Possibly see that Monday. We got like inside daily insides on the H4 candle combo to close. So this is going to be very tricky. I mean, previously a candle combo like this at the 14 below or above it, we had a following move of what was that? How many points? 36 points. I definitely want to see us hit 828 by Monday. If we can, even if they open us at 800 and just takes us straight up, that would be beautiful. I definitely want to see at least by Wednesday, Thursday, 871. No, at least by Wednesday, 871. I would like to see Tesla at 871. It's been trading in this small range for a while. Just by looking at the H4, you can tell. Also looking at the H3 too. building nicely. It's been stuck in the 14 and 30. It's doing that thing again that it did before. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you just look at the 14 and 30, price is trapped inside. Gets very tight. Builds, 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 and then boom. Come on, who has to be a beefcake? You do know it tells me who's writing on the screen, right? Thanks. Okay, back to it again. Jesus Christ. Gotta be kids. So here, 30, 30 support, and we got 14 resistance, right? Look how tight this got. And then it broke out, and we got this move here. So now we're doing the exact similar. We're building inside 30 SMA support, 14 SMA resistance. Now, we can see a big move tomorrow. I'm definitely looking at 828.14. Anything over that, we're getting some resistance at around 839.47. I mean, we'll do for that move anyway, regardless. 828, I'll take it. The first half, we touch 828. Second half, we get above it, close above it, test 839. That's what I would definitely like to see. But levels still remain in place. I just want you guys to have your levels. That's all you need is your levels. You don't need me. You have your levels in place. You don't need me to react when to buy, when to sell. You have your levels. You don't need me. You don't need to wait and hear for me to say, oh, SPTP. You got your entry. Now you know your levels. Nobody can predict when it's going to break out. You can just see something get very, very tight and know there's a big move to follow here. URI. Another one. I actually want to do my drawings over for this one too with the new fibs. It's an H3. I love this bull flag that they have going on here. 2 bull flags. It does pretty decent when it comes to bull flags. Always work with the larger time frame first to get the bigger picture. Go down to here. I don't want to go too far. No, see, I don't want to do that. So I actually want to go here. The goal is to do the shortest term as possible. And it'll focus on the main fibs. See, pink bar 112.80, 124.96 will be what we need to close above. We get above that, targeting 140.57. So right now we need to look at 2 weeks out of the 140s from here. Short term 125s weekly. We can play 125 weeklies this week, and we can pay 130 weeklies next week, and we can play the following week 140s. It's been having nothing but green weeks since bottoming. This thing gets very bullish. We want to get it to get back above the 14 to 30 SMA. I think they want to give us one more retest. And if SPY's going to do that this week, we're definitely seeing 134. So to open Monday, I'm not going to lie, I would like a pullback below. Maybe one more test of 112 and then hammer off and touch the 30 SMA. So if we can get a small pullback on a Tuesday, I kind of want to take a start on Monday on the 130 calls for the week. And then I want to slowly build into Tuesday if there's any pullbacks. But I definitely want to take next week 130s as well, be the smartest decision to make. The chart is clean. Like, it gets no better than this. Your weekly, your daily. The daily is beautiful. It's bull flag here. You can see 124.96 by tomorrow or even by Tuesday. I mean, they can do so much with this. They can make this move crazy. It can have a straight, strong week all week. They can gap it if they wanted to. Monday above 124.96, that would be crazy. As long as you don't have an upper tail, it's gonna be good. But keep these levels in mind. Red bar is the demand level. That's your support. Previous breakout also. Price has been trading just right around it too. See that? There was nothing really here, just straight through. All this, just building around this level. Then what happens when it reacts, gets above? Nice candle combo on the daily too. Haven't seen a daily candle combo in a minute. BA, yes. BA. BA, the unforementioned. The unforementioned. I love this stock. Let's clear this up. And I tell a lot of people, if you don't like it, I mean, don't feel bad because you're playing the opposite side of me. I play the long term, the long, you can play the short. I just know what's going to pay the most when the actual move really happens. What we're going to see. I mean, the price is still building around that 124.79 and staying between 108.67. So I want to see what happens come Monday. It's going to be pretty interesting. This is the only one that's lagging. And then when the move happens, it's going to be a big move. It's going to push it very strong for a few days, possibly like maybe 2 weeks. Then it's going to exhaust, probably hover around above 184.62. Once it gets over that red bar, from there, it's just continuation. Now it's becoming a falling wedge at that too. But I'll put up some intraday levels for you guys. So I'm using a retracement of my retracement tool. Peak after bottoming was there, so we're gonna bring that to current peak. Let's bring this over. Actually, let's clean this up. Try to move it over just so that we get focus on current prices. So we're here. And we're here. Oh, it's supposed to be up here. Lines up perfectly. So they got 116.94. Still got that 108 double bar. See how this reacts here. But they're building a lot below 14 and 30 SMA on the daily. So that's something you got to keep in mind too. I want to see volume on this as well. Some good volume right there. Thursday. Something to keep in mind. Friday's volume is very weak. But still, levels still remain intact. You know, shorted. If anything, paying near to the money, 5 to 10 points. In the beginning of the week, 10 points you can. You can do 15 points out, 20 points out on a Monday. Get that premium juice. And then by Tuesday, Wednesday, you start playing 5 to 10 points from price. So if it's trading at like 120, pay 130s, 125s. Play the safest route. The thing to do with BA is play either in the money majority of the time until that breakout happens. Break down or break out. I want to talk spot too. Definitely want to talk spot. Spot's done exactly what we've spoken about for months already prior to ER with our targets. At 159.86 red bar, broke out that triangle. It's just performing exactly as anticipated. That monthly. Definitely going to have to start looking at June 176.51s. If they break this 159.86, you can see spot definitely going back to all-time highs by end of the year. Definitely want to check that out. Little juice though. Premiums with further money, further out the money. I've been tracking them when I can. I just don't want you guys don't over, and I say this a lot, do not overcomplicate anything. They filled that gap too from spot. Was this October? Filled it in April. Definitely want to keep this one on watch. Pep did his thing Friday. That was a beast. It actually paid both ways, actually. It paid 3,000% on the long side, 1,000% overnight, and then, no, actually it was less than that. Probably like 400% overnight, then opened up at 20 cents. And then it actually hit 10 cents. It hit 10 cents. Then you could have shorted the 135s when it hit 130, 137. And then you could have went long again, the 136s. Looking at those 140s for this week, I should have took those last week. But since that lotto worked out, and like I always tell you guys, when a lotto works, what we do. This is this is a monthly chart. No, actually, this is a weekly chart. Okay, cool. Got me right there. And fibs are still intact too. They closed it at 135.85, 139.35.95, but here's still 135.85 to me. Shallow bar, double topped. Now they needed to bounce off of that 134.49. And from here, I'll be taking the 140 calls to open for the week. There's so many things, I want to focus on too. You got C, you got GS, you got CCL. I got to clean up a lot of things too. Like, watch out. There's a head fake. There's definitely a head fake happening right now too. In banks, they're going to get their shine. They were holding very well last week. Same thing, but still. So see, above 46.54, we have 55.14. They just kept rejecting that 46.54, but they held that 39.83 Friday. So keep that in mind. CCL is just getting closer and closer. Off that double bar this week, 14.47. Once that becomes a support, it's game time. The smartest thing to play on this one, since it's trading at 12, is to buy 3 points out with a month's time. That gives you 4 candles on the weekly. So we're trading at 12.78. Red bar is 14.47. That's already 2 points in of target of a 3 points strike option choice. So I want 3 points from here, which is 15 points. I mean, it's 15.78 or close to around 16. And that's the upper, what is that? That's the bigger time frame of a double bar, which would be 16.24. And then above that would be 18.24. So those are our upside targets. So a great strategy would be buying to open 14 calls for the week And 2 weeks out, 16 calls. This is getting tighter. This 1430 SMA is getting very tight. This is going to be a big move. I feel like they're just accumulating a lot here on CCL. It's just a lot of accumulation on the 14, between 14 and what is this? 11. It's a lot of accumulation there. Getting pretty tight too at that. Even if we count top of this wick here. Like when you chart so much, like it becomes seamless. Like just easy to draw levels. They line up. You can just see it. H3 looks nice and bullish. I like it here. See from here, what I would do is I draw an extension inside this retracement using this low, this high here, and then this pullback low here off this level. These would be levels for CCL going into the week. Upside target 1448 still shows there. So that's going to be the opening buy, 14 calls. If they have 1450s, those would be good for a lotto. 15 calls for next week would be very smart to open too. Possibly one more push down, bounce off of 1234, then get us back above 1275, targeting end of week 1448. It's a pretty decent flag too. Or actually a wedge. It's just crazy how like how everything just lines up when you just draw your levels and your lines.